I've already been practicing enough to feel like, not a complete idiot on camera. But um, yeah, I'm gonna explore this world of how martial arts and horsemanship coincide, and how my martial arts journey is gonna influence my horse journey. Um, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Martial arts and horsemanship have gone hand in hand for thousands of years in terms of warfare-based martial arts. We've been riding horses in wars as long as we've been waging wars. Human beings are violent by nature. A lot of people will argue that. I think our instincts drive us towards actions of violence, and our logic is what steers us to a better path. Horses will more often choose flight first. Humans will most often choose fight first. We don't really wage war with martial arts anymore. We protect ourselves with it. But that's not the true essence of why you should do martial arts. It's about the self-discovery and the self-mastery that comes through it, and a lot can be shared with horsemanship. How do I show up the best state? How do I be my best self for these animals that have no idea what the heck we're doing to them? How do I explain things clearly in a way that's non-violent with pure intent? I was looking for something more than just self-defense. I was looking for a lifestyle, a state of mind. And I found that through Qigong, which led to Tai Chi. My name is Madison D. Cook. I operate a private training facility in Boulder, Colorado. Been riding horses for about 20 years, riding professionally for about 10. I started teaching professionally about 5 years ago. I've been doing martial arts for about 12 years on and off. Various forms, various different styles. I think something we can learn from horses is just existing in our space. Because you'll meet horses who have learned to exist in fear or exist in the what if. And those horses are a lot to deal with. And you realize that people do that too. And we're the reason that that happens to them. It's that we get stuck in the what if. And the horses sense that anxiety and that stress, and they start to bear it for us. So a lot of the times you'll get horses that had anxious riders, not knowing how to take care of this rider, become anxious horses. And that's when they get themselves in trouble. if we can start taking responsibility for our state of beings and for our actions, we can start to truly exist within our space. And the first step to doing that is to turn inward, to meditate and see who you are. And horses spend a lot of time looking inward, just standing out in the fields. It looks like they're asleep, but a lot of the time they're just existing in their space in a meditative state. They're just sensing everything around them, everything that we're taught to do when we meditate. Horses already got it down. Pretty good at that already. When your day is filled with a bunch of seemingly tedious, mundane tasks, you start to understand that you have a choice. You either let it bother you, let it be boring, and you'll start to become very annoyed with your work. You're going to start to hate your job. Or you can allow yourself to live in the mindfulness of what you're doing. Even though you're doing the same thing every day, it's different because it's a different day. Or even though you have to fill the same buckets with the same feed every day, you're treating it more like a moving meditation. Being aware of what you're doing, why you're doing it, what's going on around you. It's not so mundane anymore. And that's the difference between people who are meant to do it and people who are not. My day starts around 6:30, feed the horses around 7. Then they get put out in the fields, depending on the weather, around 9. Clean and do all the chores between 10 and 1. We bring horses in and feed them. Sometimes we put hay out first, then bring horses in. And then all the little closing details between 5 and 7. So you have 12, 14-hour days a lot of the times. I try and split it up between people, but there's a lot of the time when it's just me. I don't clock out. I don't get days off. And for a lot of people, they stare at me like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Or they think the farm owners are bad guys because they make me work. And it's, no, I make me work. The horses make me work. This is the same dedication you see from martial artists and Shaolin monks and people who dedicate their lives to things. It has to come from me in order for it to get done. This kind of work has to be passion, it has to be your life. You'll get a lot of martial arts masters that say 1 out of every 1,000 people that walk through that door are going to be true martial artists. And it's the same with horses, it's the same with farming, anything livestock related. You get 1 in 1,000 that's actually going to understand why it has to be done and understand that their state of mind, their willpower, and their character is what makes it possible.